I think we got it nice and warm. So anyways, hey dudes, it's Marty from Needlebutt Farms, and today we're just doing a really quick inspection. So I just want to make sure everybody is queen right, which means they have a queen that is actively producing. They're all new queens this year though, so no problem there. And then I want to make sure that they have food. So it's September 3rd. I've got about a month and a half before I really need to worry about food, but I just want to make sure they're making it themselves and they're getting ready for winter. And it should be a really quick inspection. So we're making sure they're queen right, making sure they have food, and then we're moving right along. So it'll be an easy day. Hopefully nothing surprising happens, but we'll see. Accidentally put it out? No. Get it going. There we go. That should be good. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Alright ladies, how's it going? Yeah, these guys were real active, or these girls were real active just a little bit ago, so I'm hoping that I see a lot of activity on the inside and that they're pretty good to go. I've been out here doing yard work, so I noticed them doing their foraging. So let's check them out. So nothing on the roof, cool. Nothing on the inner cover, cool. Roped up. Okay. So okay. Yeah, I've been talking to some beekeepers about flipping this inner cover up and down, and they were saying you keep it flat side down for summer, and then you do flat side up during winter, and you can actually close the whole cover, and that gives them just a little bit of room to come out through the top, and it works for them during winter. But that I'm probably gonna forget, so I don't think I will, but that is something I learned from a more advanced beekeeper this week. They also were talking they were really hyping up this propolis, saying you could use it in medicine and stuff, which might be true, but also it's just tree sap and beeswax, so could just be wishful thinking. But I've been wrong before. All right. Whoa. There we go. That's all I really needed to get. There were two of them really propolised up, so. Boop. And boop. And a boop. And a boop. All right, so. I was also told this week, I was working with some more experienced beekeepers with some formal training. They were telling me I do this a little fast, so if you'll notice me moving a little slower than usual, because I'm trying to slow down. So they said I'm moving real fast, and it's like an easy way to damage my bees, so I'm going to be a little intentional about slowing down and doing my thing. Alright, so that frame all year has been a weird frame, but they are building it out and they are putting honey in it, so that's okay. This one is very heavy. So Looks like they did put some brood in it, but yeah, it's all, this whole thing is a big old block of honey. So that's great. Had sweat running down my leg, but it felt like it was running up my leg. Y'all know I hate that. Go bee. Look out, ladies. Look out. All right. This also is very heavy, so I think it's going to be another honey frame. And it is. So to those of y'all that just like watch me do beekeeping but don't have a lot of experience, the brood frames are like maybe 2 pounds. The honey frames can be like 5 or 6 or 7, or I feel like they're 10 pounds sometimes. Like that one felt really heavy, but also it's like you're holding it with just your pointer fingers, so it could be nothing. Also, another thing I learned this week that I started to think that might be the case, but I learned it officially. The attack pheromone is actually released by the workers attacking me. It's not the queen releasing it. So, cool thing to know. It's called the alarm pheromone. Very, very scientific name, you know. Boop. Okay. This one is pretty light, but it's because it's almost empty. Okay, so I have seen just a little bit of brood up top, which is just baby bees. But it looks like it's all just going to continue being honey up top, which is okay. It's a good insulator for the bees, and also they need honey to get through the year. I really don't even need to keep going across here. The bummer is, since this is honey up here, this sucker's going to be like 70 pounds. So, good thing I go to the gym, or I would be getting beat up by this beehive again, which does seem to happen more than not. So yeah, this beehive always gets me. It's the one that I get stung, I get silly things going on, they're always keeping me on my toes, and this time they're filling the top with honey, which if there's 10 of these and they're all 7 pounds each, the math says 70 pounds, so not fun. I mean, it is fun, it's just like it's out there, so it's like hard to move, hard to maneuver, but it cheats, so I take 7 pounds out. So all right, these ladies are being real chill with me today, which is good. Okay, so they're being real chill, but I'm gonna give them a little puffage anyways, just so they remain chill. So I learned a lot of really cool techniques this week too, working with some people from the Cumberland County Beekeeping Association, and I'll share some of them with you now. One is one of the ladies, Josie. So what she does, which was pretty interesting, is she has 2 pieces of plastic that are taped together, and they're like poster boards. And so what she'll do is she'll put them on the top of these bees when she's not working with them to keep them calm, or put them here to keep them calm, so she can kind of put that paper on them, do whatever she's doing. Like if she was doing this, she would have covered both these guys and lit her smoker, and then came back over here and uncovered them. So that was pretty cool to learn that. And then another thing that she does is sometimes instead of using smoke, she has a spray bottle with sugar water and lemongrass extract in it, and she will use that to kind of make the bees forget what they were doing, because then they're like, oh my gosh, look at all this premium honey everywhere, and so they start cleaning up and doing all that, and they forget that they were mad. So alright, so a little splotchy, but that is okay. I kind of took it from the side, so I was expecting it to be a little splotchy. And we got larvae and we got eggs. Cool. Oh, the queen. Wow, she was right there in front of me this whole time. Nice. I was like, wow, the queen was just here. I was right about that. She was just right here. She's right there. So hopefully I lined that up okay for y'all. So there's some queen activity, and this whole brood, this whole side is really good with brood. There's actually eggs in most of the cells, so we're good. We have seen that this hive is queen right, which means they have a queen, but also we saw the queen, so it's double got a queen, you know. We saw activity of a queen, and we saw the queen. Come on, ladies. Don't be silly. Get out of there. And we saw food, so we're good to go. That's all we really needed to see in this hive. You can do it. Come on. All this sticky goo. There we go. Oh my. I also learned some other organic treatments this week for different things. So as I have pest problems, I can show you guys some alternative methods to deal with it instead of, oh, what is this? This is empty, it's fine. Instead of just how to put chemicals on them, you know? Ooh, these bees are getting feisty down there. It's okay, ladies. All right, I'm gonna dress up this one last frame real quick. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. And it is dressed. And since there's no bees on here, I might as well dress this up too. And what dressing up the hive means is I'm just taking any of the excess propolis and comb, and I'm just kind of cleaning it off and giving them a fresh start. I'm not hurting anything when I do it, it's just cleaning. And I can clean a lot faster than these bees, even though there's a whole bunch of them. Alright, so put the lid back on, and that is good for Beyonce. So Beyonce is doing well. Alright, next is Cardi B. Alright, Cardi B, my brightest and pinkest bee. Pretty easy queen to find, and we're doing the same thing in this one. We're just making sure they're queen right and making sure they're building up food reserves to make it through winter. And all this bee activity lets me know that they are doing well. So I'm gonna give it a little quick look-see. No beetles, no obvious pests. Wasn't even a cockroach or anything in the lid. Also, for those of y'all that saw my last episode, I came out here and mowed today, and there were no orb weavers either, so that was cool. Oop. It's okay, ladies, it's okay. It's me, your friendly neighborhood beekeeper. your man of beekeeping age. What is that? Ooh, we got a mummified wax moth. Okay, so calm down. They might be a little perturbed. Ooh, I see a wax moth larva. Okay, hate that. So, nope, you're dead. Okay, so this is a wax moth larva. It is a worm. Oh, it's gone. Well, it'll be eaten by birds. I'll put in a little image of one because I have plenty of them, and these guys get me every year. So not today, wax moths. But yeah, on the lid, the bees mummified a wax moth cocoon. So they make a cocoon to come out as a wax moth, obviously, and the bees wrapped it in propolis, so suffocated it. So good job, ladies. Good job, ladies. All right. So I'm gonna have to check all of these frames, and that's okay. I just want to make sure there's no real obvious crazy wax moth damage. So the bees are a little testy right out the gate. We have a whole block of brood. They're all actually hatching right now, which is cool. In here, there's a lot of eggs, so the queen might be on this one. Doubt I'll get lucky like that again. I see 2 hive beetles. See a baby brood coming out, but I do see a lot of eggs on this one, so that's good. That means we are queen right. So seeing eggs means that you had a queen that was in this box at least the last day, you know, maybe 2. Got one feisty guard bee on me. Looking down through, yeah, I don't see anything, so everything is fine. You're okay, ladies, you're okay. You're okay. These girls might be a little bit stressed if they've been doing pest control. That is just how it is sometimes, and that's okay. Okay, there's that one. Here is this one. Pull it up nice and slow. It's nice and heavy, so yeah, it's all honey. I do see an emergency cell here, but it's not capped, so that's okay. And where'd it go? There it is. Yep, no eggs in it, so we are good. So that is all right. There's a little bit of brood on this side, so that's good. They have brooded out all the way to the side there. I like that. And this is a pretty good amount of honey, so I like that too. Whole frame of honey is good. Okay, and there's some initial alarm there, but seems like they realize it's just me, so they're kind of relaxing. I do think Cardi B was a slightly more feisty hive, is what the dude from D's Bees that I was talking to, who I bought this hive from, I do think he was saying this one was a little on the feisty side, and that's okay. Good block of brood on that side, good block of brood on that side. Wow, this whole thing is brood. Good job, ladies. Good job. We are definitely queen right. Haven't seen the queen. Because these girls are a little feisty, and I did see stuff on that first cell, I'm gonna skip over to the end here. I haven't seen anything on the last 2. There's another dead wax moth larva. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. So the smoke, if this is your first time, they don't want the smoke. The smoke doesn't hurt them. It's just normal smoke. It just keeps them from releasing the alarm pheromone. Because if they all release it, then we're all having a real bad time. So beekeepers use the smoke to nullify the alarm pheromone, and that's all it is. It's just normal. For me, it's just pine needles. Nothing special, no marijuana, no crazy chemicals or anything. It's just pine needle smoke. All right, got a little day-old larva. Good. That's good. Man, these girls are having a great time. Yeah, we just had that hurricane come through, for those of you not on the East Coast. And so last Sunday, it was 111 degrees. And then the last 2 days, it's been in the 60s. So hopefully doesn't look like it's affecting them too bad, but I mean, that's quite the shock, 50-degree change in weather. But today it's back in the 90s, so I should have done this inspection yesterday. That's my takeaway. Should have done this yesterday. So all right, we got a lot of brood. Look out, ladies, I don't want to squish any of you. Got a whole lot of brood. Heck yeah. So these ones are good. So I'm not actually seeing a lot of honey, so what I'm gonna do, bee on me. Oh, he's right here. Get away from me, you rascal. And that guy was buzzing fast. Surprised I don't smell the chaos yet. Hey, get away, I'm trying to scratch my nose. Okay, there we go. Oh, they're just fanning on me, but it always kind of stresses me out. I'm like, are you about to sting me, or are you just hanging out? I think they're just hanging out. So I'm gonna check these last 2 frames, just check on their food, see if I need a feeder, which, oh boy, this one doesn't need one. This whole thing is honey. I can feel it just barely picking it up, so. Okay, yep, all honey there on my side, and all honey and pollen there. Heck yeah, so these girls don't need anything. These girls are good to go. Looking down, that's all capped honey. We're gonna close these guys up, or girls up. I'm not really seeing any drones right now, so it's all girls. Don't even need to try and be inclusive, just all girls. And me. And I can identify as whatever I want for YouTube views, but today I guess I'll be a guy. So that's good. These girls are queen right. Hey, come here. Okay, just weird patterning. I thought I saw a varroa mite. I need to check a little better for the varroa mites. Soon I'm gonna be doing a treatment for varroa mites, so I need to remember to watch, but I mean, there was nothing obviously varroa-y here, so it's okay. So, nice, 2 down. Saw the queen, saw that their queen right just barely missed the queen. She could have been on the side or something like that. These guys have 1, 2, 3 full things of honey. Those guys have a whole top box full of honey. All right, so off to RBG. All right, so this RBG, not noticing quite as much activity on the front as I normally would like, but that's okay. It's getting a little later in the afternoon, and the shade is starting to hit this box, so they could just be starting to think it's kind of nighttime, and that's okay. That is how nature works. Hey! Wow, this thing's way too strong. Okay, we're just gonna knock it down. Get out of the front, please. There we go. Alright. So let's see what's going on in RBG. Ooh, numbers are down. That's not good. I see one hive beetle. Now I see no hive beetle. Okay. I see a couple more hive beetles. So one thing you can do to help with hive beetles is you can, good, the bees are attacking the hive beetles. One thing you can do with hive beetles is you can condense your boxes down, and that can just, that little bit right there will help. So this hive beetle trap has 7 hive beetles, not a lot. Let's be, that's a bee, that's a bee, that's a bee. Ooh, this is like new wax. So these girls have a lot of honey up top, but I don't see any brood, and that's okay. Oh, that makes sense because I have a queen excluder, so there won't be any brood up here. So we can go through there and kind of look at beetles, but I think it's going to be okay. No obvious infestation because they're not all over the lid or anything. Okay. Now, ladies, move this over here. Let's give them a little puffage. Flip it over. Dress up these hives real quick. Boop. And boop. That is all the propolis on the frames. Let's go clean it off of this. Those are squeals of joy from those dogs. It's probably dinner time. I guess it's 6. I need to hurry up because I am doing this too late, even though the sun doesn't go down till like after 8 in summer. I'm doing this too late. But it was mine and my wife's only day off together, so, you know, we had to go to Spirit of Halloween. I had, you know, really important things to do. So I see an emergency cell, a lot of honey, a lot of pollen, a lot of nectar. Good, because I think 2 inspections ago, this was my hive that was starving. So I did put out a feeder for them. Looks like they got a lot of it because we've got honey, and I can see honey on the top, which is pretty normal. There should be a rainbow pattern in perfect hive configuration, but the real perfect hive doesn't exist, you know, so you never know what you're gonna get. That's all honey. Okay, so an alarming amount of honey. That whole side looks like it is capped honey. Ugh. Okay, so if you're new, having 4 frames of honey in my deep box is not necessarily the best, because what could have happened is when I fed these guys, it could have made them honey bound, which means they have put so much honey in here that the queen can't lay any eggs. And I hope that's not what happened, but this one also feels really heavy, so we will see. Okay, slow and steady, slow like a surgeon. Ooh, they're gonna hate that. I've got brood on this side, good. So I ruptured some of the honey on this side, which is unfortunate because the bees don't tend to like that, and then it drips out the bottom and I have all these pests show up. But I did see some brood, so that's good. And this one also heavy, man. Well, if nothing else, they're ready for winter. They'll start off strong next year. All right. Okay, no, this one's all brood, so we're good. Good. So all brood, half brood. Okay, we're rocking and rolling, you know. So good. And looking down on this side, a lot of brood. Can't quite qualify it as queen right unless you see eggs. So brood is good, but eggs are better. So we're gonna keep going until we see some eggs. If I don't see some eggs, these bees might be honey bound, which honestly is okay because they're about to start winterizing. So they don't know that, but I know it. So okay, here we go. Larva. Still not at eggs, but I bet you the next frame over is eggs. Nope, it's this one. Here's the eggs. It's my queen here. RBG. RBG. Rubiga. Oh, there she is. RBG, right by my nose. So good. We've got a queen. We are also queen right because there were eggs on the other side. And they did have a little bit more honey than I was expecting, but it's not bad because in about a month, they'll start culling some of their numbers, getting their numbers down, getting ready for winter. And that will be one to slam most of this full of honey anyways. So maybe we got lucky and RBG predicted the weather a little bit, so she just knew it was about to happen. Because, you know, bee science and human science are not the same. So maybe their weather was a little better than mine. I can sense that some of the leaves are starting to fall off of certain plants and stuff like that. So I don't really know the ins and outs of bee science, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were more attuned to the weather than we give them credit for because they've been here longer than us. So not a lot longer than us, but they have been here longer than us because flowering plants also arrived about the time that mammals really took over the world stage. So bees didn't really care about flowers. They wouldn't have developed to be like that. But they are insects, so they've been around for a while. Boop, boop, boop. Gotcha. Okay, there were no hive beetles, and now I got 4 hive. Oh, they were the ones on the lid from earlier. Okay, that's fine. Let me go ahead. Okay, so that's 5. That's 6. Next time I inspect these guys, I'm bringing out another hive beetle trap. 6 isn't too bad. It is manageable. So good. RBG is good. We saw the queen, and she's queen right, and she has a lot of honey for winter. All right. Last but not least, Susan B. Anthony. And I haven't washed this bee suit in a couple months, and it's getting a wash today. Ooh, hate that. Okay, got a lot of hive beetles. So let me try and pop this lid off and shake them in the woods. There, I do remember they hung out on the top of this lid before, which is where the bees can't get to them, so it's probably okay, but I don't like it. So we do this. So I don't like this lid. This lid, I forgot last time, there were hive beetles on top, but the lid has like a thin mesh that the bees can't get through. So the hive beetles basically stay on the other side and are totally protected from the bees, and I don't like that. So anyways, moving on. That's probably all honey. I'm gonna start from the other side. It seems like I've been finding my queens on this side. All right, so pulling it up, kind of heavy. It's worked wax, but not the best worked wax, you know. We've got a ton of nectar and pollen. Looks like nectar and pollen. The next one over. But I do remember these guys were a little slower to work their frames than Cardi B was, and that's okay. I think they just had slightly less bees. So, whoa, it's all ash. Blowing ash on them. Oh, don't like that, so I'm just not going to do it. All right. This one, hopefully we see some activity. Feels pretty light. So, oh, there we go. Now it's got a little heft to it. Good. They've at least worked it. Oh, yeah, it's like capped honey. Nice. Nice job, ladies. That's an ugly frame, but you know what? I'll take it. It's capped wax. So, good. This one is honey. The next one over is weirdly, it's kind of fat honey on top. We'll be okay. We're gonna look at it anyways. So, look out, ladies. Look out. Look out. It's okay. It's okay. Slow and steady, slow and steady. This one is all honey too. Okay. So, good. This one's a huge block of honey right in the middle. Okay, and brood on the other side. Good, good, good. So, yeah, let's look at that. That next one is probably also cap brood. Let's get to this crazy looking one, 2 over. That's the one I want to see. It's okay, ladies. There's no reason to be like that. Oh, you insta-killed. Nice. Permadeath. Okay. Yeah, that bee stung me and died before it even finished injecting the venom in me. That was crazy. So, the bees are not liking that I spilled some of their honey, which I'm sorry. Actually, I am going to get a video for you guys because I think it's pretty cool, something that I see that's happening on the top, and nobody ever shows it or explains it. So, and of course they finished right as I brought this over here. Let's see if I can see it again. Well, they were working some of the honey making process up top, They were mostly cleaning, but still pretty cool. But we missed it, and that's okay. Boop. There we go. Okay. He's going to get this one. I can hear the frogs coming out, so definitely, oh shit, I've definitely taken too much time. This was supposed to be like a 20-minute inspection and closing in on an hour. It's be like that sometimes. Okay, come on, don't rip any honey. Don't rip any honey. Everything's okay. Okay, so there we go. We are queen right. Okay, so I've got good amount of eggs. I have a big ball of bees too, so I just didn't want to squish them. Oh, and a ton of pollen and nectar and honey. So, okay, cool. Well, we've got our eggs, we've got our brood. I've seen a couple big blocks of brood here. So these girls are good to go. And some days I keep it open and I look at every single one, but it's getting kind of late in the night, so I want to close these girls up. And I need to shower and get ready for bed, so that is okay. So these girls are doing good too. I don't really like this lid, so I will probably change it out before I close them up for the winter. But other than that, these girls are doing good, which is great. Okay. I did see about 20 or so wax moth or hive beetles in these girls, so don't really like that. So they have a weird hole in their lid. But yeah, so to summarize, doing good, have honey, queen right for Susan B. Anthony. RBG, they are doing good. I saw the queen. She's looking goth as ever. And she was producing a lot of honey. Next one over, Beyonce, also producing a good amount of honey. She's the only one that I really need to check on in a couple weeks, even though I check them anyways. And Beyonce had a ton of brood and a ton of honey, but they also have 2 boxes, so that is what it is. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks.